My wife's grandmother passed away 3 weeks ago, and I didn't go to the funeral. Before anyone jumps to conclusions, let me explain, because I've been losing sleep over this and I genuinely don't know anymore if I made the right call. Some background. Eleanor, my wife Dana's grandmother, and I had a complicated history. Not complicated in the dramatic sense, just in the quiet, persistent way, where someone has decided they don't like you and they never change their mind. From the moment Dana brought me home 9 years ago, Eleanor made it clear I wasn't what she had imagined for her granddaughter. She never said anything overtly cruel. It was always small things. Forgetting to set a place for me at holiday dinners twice in 1 year. Referring to me as Dana's friend at her 80-year birthday even after we'd been married for 4 years. Telling Dana, loud enough for me to hear from the next room, that she could have done better. Dana always defended her. She's from a different generation. She doesn't mean it. She loves you in her own way. I stopped pushing back because it clearly hurt Dana whenever I brought it up, and I figured Eleanor was old and I could just keep my distance. Then about 2 years ago, something happened that I haven't told many people. I overheard Eleanor on the phone with Dana's mother. I wasn't eavesdropping. I was just in the hallway and voices carry. Eleanor was saying that she didn't understand why Dana settled, that I was boring and had no real ambition, and that she felt sorry for any kids we might have. I stood there for probably 30 seconds before I walked back to the kitchen. I never told Dana. What was the point? So when Eleanor died, I felt sad for Dana. Genuinely. I held her while she cried, and I meant every word when I said I was sorry for her loss. But I also felt this uncomfortable relief that I haven't been able to shake. And when Dana asked me to fly across the country with her for the service, something in me just couldn't do it. I told her I didn't think I should go, that it felt dishonest to stand at Eleanor's graveside and perform grief I didn't feel, that the people there deserved someone who was genuinely mourning, not someone going through motions. I told Dana I loved her and I would support her completely, but that I wasn't the right person to be in that room. Dana looked at me for a long moment and then said, very quietly, I need my husband there. I still said no. She went alone. I stayed home with the dog, took time off work, had food ready when she got back. I called her every night she was away, but she's barely spoken to me since she returned. Not in an explosive, screaming way, just this silence that feels like something shifting under the floor. Her mom called me last week. She wasn't mean about it, but she said that Dana had cried on the plane and that I should have been there regardless of my feelings about Eleanor, that a spouse shows up. I said I understood her perspective. I didn't argue. The thing is, I've replayed that decision 100 times, and I still can't fully say it was wrong. There's a version of me that thinks I was being honest, in a way most people aren't. Funerals are for the living. I know that, but they're also supposed to be sincere. Walking in there and shaking the hands of people who watched Eleanor treat me like furniture for 9 years, standing over her casket with a solemn face, it felt like one more performance in a long line of performances. But then I think about Dana on that plane, and I feel sick. She hasn't said the word divorce or anything close to it. She still sleeps in our bed. But 2 nights ago, she was on the phone with her sister, and I heard her say, I just feel like I don't know who he is sometimes, and I didn't go into the room. I just stood in the hallway like an idiot, same as I did 2 years ago. I don't think I'm a bad husband. I think I made a decision that made sense to me and destroyed something I can't quite identify yet. I keep waiting for her to blow up at me so we can actually talk about it, but she's not that kind of person. She just gets quieter. I brought her coffee this morning and she said thank you and looked out the window. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that. AITA for refusing to attend my wife's grandmother's funeral because of how the woman treated me for years.